Phobias. Confronting and overcoming fear after trauma. Understanding trauma-related phobias. Phobias are intense, irrational fears of specific situations, objects, or activities, often linked to a traumatic experience. These fears can be overwhelming, causing significant distress and interfering with daily life. While phobias can develop as a way to protect oneself from perceived threats, they can also limit one's ability to fully engage in life. However, it is possible to confront and overcome phobias with the right strategies and support. The nature of phobias and their connection to trauma. Phobias often develop when the brain associates a specific stimulus with a traumatic event. Dr. John P. Forsyth, a psychologist and expert on anxiety, explains that phobias are learned fears that are often reinforced by avoidance. When someone experiences trauma, the brain creates strong associations between the traumatic event and certain triggers, leading to a phobia. For example, someone who has been in a car accident may develop a phobia of driving or riding in a car. Similarly, a person who has experienced a violent encounter may develop a phobia of crowded places or being alone. While these fears are based on real dangers, they can become exaggerated over time, making it difficult to live a normal life. Steps toward overcoming phobias. Overcoming phobias involves gradually confronting the feared object or situation in a controlled and supportive environment. Exposure therapy, a type of cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is particularly effective in treating phobias. This therapy involves gradually and repeatedly exposing the individual to the feared stimulus in a safe and controlled setting, allowing them to build confidence and reduce their fear over time. Dr. Forsyth emphasizes that facing your fears is the key to overcoming them, but it must be done gradually and with support. The goal of exposure therapy is to reduce the emotional response to the phobia, allowing individuals to engage in activities they previously avoided. Practical strategies for managing phobias. In addition to therapy, there are practical strategies that can help in managing phobias. Mindfulness and relaxation techniques, such as deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, and grounding exercises, can help reduce the anxiety associated with phobias. These practices can be particularly useful during exposure therapy as they provide tools for managing anxiety in the moment. It's also important to challenge the thoughts and beliefs that contribute to the phobia. For example, if you fear flying, you might challenge the belief that flying is always dangerous by educating yourself about the safety of air travel. By challenging these irrational beliefs, you can reduce the power they have over your emotions and behaviors. Reclaiming your life from phobias. While phobias can be intense and limiting, it is important to remember that they are a learned response to trauma and that with the right tools and support, they can be overcome. By gradually confronting your fears, seeking therapy, and practicing mindfulness, you can reduce the impact of phobias and reclaim control over your life. As Dr. Forsyth reminds us, the courage to face what scares us most is the path to freedom. By taking steps to overcome your phobias, you are choosing to live a life that is no longer controlled by fear, allowing yourself to experience new opportunities and possibilities.